67 days into my challenge. And the biggest battle has yet to be won, and that is battle over something I can't control. I can do it the best I can with allergy eye drops. When I have allergies, I choose Equate, the definite best brand for itchy, watery eyes. But yeah, holy macaroni. Talk about allergy attacks. It sucks. I can't even sleep, but it's all good. It's just like I'm like fighting the boss at the end of the game. Oh, Jen Ray, your stuff is in the mail. On its way, mate. Oh, wait, you're not Australia. You're Canada. It's on its way, eh? Good morning. I'm LT. This is Recovering Addict. Right now, I'm in a 75-day hard challenge. I'm doing one live stream a day, and I'm doing a daily vlog. I'm doing 2 workouts a day. I'm doing clean eating, no cheat meals. I am doing 20 gratitude things, all day gratitude. I'm trying to find things that I admire about myself. I'm doing hard things. I'm trying to level up. I'm trying to make discipline and habits automized and automatic. I'm trying to get good at editing and all that kind of stuff. Good morning, Lowe's. Good morning. And this morning, man, I am foggy. I don't know if you guys saw my daily vlog that I drop on Facebook in the evenings, which that one's a day behind on YouTube because I drop the next day at noon. But every year I have this one allergy attack. Every year. It feels like somebody takes a drill bit and stuffs it, like it just stabs me up inside the nose. Eyes closed, water, snot, the whole thing. The only cure that I've ever found over the last 800 years of my life is to just go to bed. Funny story. When Felice and I were first dating, getting together, hooking up, whatever, way back when, it was one of the first times we hung out without our friends around, just like us two. When we started hanging out, just us two hanging around. She took me to one of her friends' weddings in the middle of the summer. And it happened to be my allergy day, my 1-a-year allergy day, which I experienced yesterday. We're at this wedding. Me and Felice don't really know each other that well. And I'm like in the audience like this. He's like, "You okay?" I was like, it's just one day a year I go through this. Just eye water and sneezing every 5 seconds. I can't breathe. Talk about a challenge. Good morning, Geesh. How's it going, brother? Marilyn, good morning. So here I am. Overslept just a little bit today. Couldn't breathe. Still can't breathe that well right now. But I'm not complaining. I might whining a little bit, but I'm not complaining. Just letting you know where I'm at in my challenge. But this is just another hurdle, another obstacle, another something I just got to get through. It's usually this time of year too, when it's like hot, when the heat hits, spring starts to kind of go away, all that pollen, those cotton things are flying through the air. Takes me down. I'm an allergy guy. I'm one of those nerds. So yeah, how y'all doing? I just hit the live button. There's no live. Not really too much plans today. Definitely want to check out the JFT. I love that as my go-to. Just for today, it's just like, it's always good. All right, real quick. Raise your hand or give me a thumbs up or a heart or let me know in the comments. What do you like better? NA's just for today or AA's daily meditation? Which one do you like better? NA or AA? As far as their daily, they both have a daily book, right? One thing for every day. Do you like NA's better or AA's better? My book's at the gym. I'm trying. I will. It'll eventually get better. It doesn't last forever. Good. Dreading the dentist today, but feels good other than that. I had to go to the dentist during my challenge, and where I kept my head was like, man, if it was the 1800s, going to the dentist would suck. No pain medication. No dentists who have studied the art. You know what I mean? That would suck. Generation says she likes them all. Gee says NA. Marilyn says both are great. Willie says NA, to be honest. Me too, bro. And Elisha says NA. Yeah, I'm the same way. I like the just for today just a little better. I don't know why. They're both good. I agree with that. They both have great information, but if I have to, let's say if I'm stuck in like a place and I can only choose one for the rest of my life, I'd be like, dude, throw me that just for today over here. Let's do that. Willie, that's in the email. I sent that invite in your email. Not sure how if it came through or not. Let me double check it's sent. Yep. So you just click that link in a Google tab. It's just a browser. There's no passwords. There's no nothing. And it should just pop you right in. Choose not to get in the calming pill, and we'll get through by strength and have to get feelings today. Nice. Yeah, that's good. You're getting through things like that without medicating yourself, when really it's not really too necessary. A lot of times dentists and stuff, they like any doctor, any medical stuff. And if you got in good insurance or anything like that, they're looking to see you as much as they can, give you anything that might help just a little bit to just keep charging your dang insurance. Man, when I did my sleep apnea test, like those kind of specialists, man, they love to try to get you in every 5 seconds just to keep charging that when it's not necessary. The lady was like, we need to have you come and do a sleep test. I said, look, I need my sleep machine. Is it here? Yes, but we need it, all this kind of stuff. And I said, look, I just need that. We don't need to see each other. And then the dang thing was hooked to the internet. So they were actually monitoring my sleep from their offices. They'd call me, hey, how's it going? We see that you're sleeping okay. I'm like, oh my God, you guys are monitoring every night. And I was like, disconnect, no Bluetooth here. But anyway, enough of that mumbo jumbo. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. What's up, Willie?
Good morning.
You look all tart and unsweet.
I don't even know what that means.
It means you look sugarless.
The sweetest guy I know next to you. I'm proud of you, dude. Dude, I'm proud of you.
Thank you. And I'm proud of you too.
Hey, what do you got? 10 days left, day 65?
Yep, today's day 66.
66?
Yeah.
That's insane.
I know. I'm feeling it.
You ever did anything else for 66 days other than drink and work?
Nope. I never looked at it that way either. Oh, yeah, that's one thing. Oh,
for you, man.
Hey, let everybody know who you are really quick. Your podcast.
My name's Willie. I'm an alcoholic. My sobriety date is December 17th, 2011. I always like to say that to let everybody know that recovery is possible. Yeah, I'm one of the co-hosts of the Other Side of Hell podcast. I was looking down at your what was your description for today? Resistance and doing hard shit, or it's not
resistance
up here now.
To change.
Resistance to change. Let me tell you something. It's funny because I was in a text thread with my sponsor this morning, and he's talking about how his fucking job is just pissing him off, and he's been thinking about jumping anyway, and I was thinking about you leaving the base and like me starting my own company, and like all of us have this resistance, right? And if we don't, like, we have this calling from the inside to do something different, right? And if we don't listen to that calling, what ends up happening, I think, is that we start finding resentments towards, like, we start fucking hating our work, and we start hating all this other stuff because we're not listening to that inner voice going, dude, it's time for you to jump. It's time for you to change. And so we're like almost forced into progression somehow spiritually or whatever. Have you ever noticed that? Like, when you're ready to quit something, but you're afraid to, you start fucking hating it. You're like, I hate this. And then when we finally jump, we feel better. Only we could do it with love in the first place. So, yeah, man, I'm just a regular guy, a common variety alcoholic and addict that was fortunate enough to find recovery and a new way of life. So that's who I am.
Yeah, so sometimes we watch those clips of The Other Side of Hell, those posts we post. This is Willie. He's the other co-host to The Other Side of Hell. Awesome sponsor to some people around here, and it really involved our local recovery and youth type stuff, you know. One of our great connections. That's funny you say that, because I think back to when I was quitting the base, right before I quit, you know, the year or so leading up to it. And every Thursday we had what we called boardwalks, and we would have to brief our aircraft, the status, you know, how far along we are, what are the constraints, what parts do we need. And it was the same, just they already knew the information. Like, it was just smoke and mirrors. And I would, like you said, I started having this resentment and like my attitude towards like these high up people, and I was just half-assing it, making myself look bad because I'm sitting there pissed off about it.
Yeah, you're already gone.
Gone.
Yeah, you're not there anymore.
So you've done a challenge this last, what, you're on day 11? Is today 11?
I've been doing this challenge my whole fucking life, dude. To be honest,
sugar
with
That's
food in general.
And tell us about
and what over about the last 3 years, I've really dialed in and started working fitness into my lifestyle as part of, you know, like the first 6 or 7 years of recovery. That's all it was me getting a good handle on sobriety. Like, I gotta stay sober, understanding that I'm completely done. And then I didn't get sober to die on choke on a spoonful of ice cream. That wasn't my intention, right? But a lot of us do that. Like, we're alcoholic, and so we put down the bottle, we put down the needle, we put down whatever we're using, and we pick up the spoon. We start eating alcoholically, putting on a bunch of weight, find ourselves just, you know, and for me, when I say eating alcoholically, I mean eating alcoholically, like finding ways and means to get more, sneaking. Like, I guarantee there's probably, if Avery's watching, my wife, I told her I was hopping on here, there's nobody else on this channel that's ever seen me eat candy. But you can bet I've ate candy because I hide that shit, right? Like, I don't let people fucking watch me eat donuts or anything like that. And so when I am in the food like that, I'm hiding it because it causes this. When I eat sugar, it creates the obsession to eat more sugar. And then I obsess over it. And it takes my focus off of everything spiritual, everything physical, everything mental. And I'm literally eating alcoholically.
And at that point,
go ahead.
I was going to say, and at that point, there's no difference between as you as an alcoholic or you mentality wise eating sugar. It's the same thing. Hold on 2 seconds.
Yeah. Thank God I don't have to give up my chip. Thank God I don't have to give up my chip for a fucking for a donut.
Me and Willie are live on Facebook right now. Why aren't you even watching? I'm talking to your sponsee on the phone right now. It's Dano.
So where was he at this morning?
Turn on YouTube right now. You'll see Willie. Goodbye. Only answered because it was your sponsee. Go ahead.
But I'm grateful that I don't have to turn over my chip for a donut. You know,
oh yeah,
for humanity. Like, the only thing I got to give up my time for is drugs and alcohol, and right. I'm thankful for that, because if I had to give it up for anything else, I'd be on day one most of the time.
Yeah, me too.
So, like in that behavior, in recognizing that behavior, I found that fruit kicks it off, barbecue sauce kicks it off. Coffee creamer kicks it off. Like, I've tried all those. I've tried the gamut, just like in the Big Book where I switched from chocolate to hard candy. I never brought it in the house, but fucking I just tried staying away from grocery stores. Like literally eating alcoholically, bro, and it fucks with my spirit. So you know, I want this quality of life. I want to see what I'm absolutely capable for. And honestly, sugar had to go. So
Yeah.
today's day 14, and I'm actually yesterday I was pretty cranky. I'll be honest, and I've been really trying to dial in and track how I feel. For about the first 10 or 11 days, there were some pretty hard cravings, and like I said, it felt a lot like quitting smoking, man. You know, I'm cruising along, and then I'd get hit with this really gnarly craving for something, and I'd start, I need to eat something, but
damn,
they dissipate.
Sugar's insanely addictive, like more than we realize, and it's in everything.
Yeah, I'll send you a video that really dialed it in for me about sugar. This guy really talks about the sugar in the schools and in the food industry as it is sold to children. And he came out like in his TED talk, he comes out with a wheelbarrow full of sugar cubes, and he dumps it on the stage, and he says, "This is 5 years of school milk only, just in the chocolate milk at schools." So that little chocolate milk that they give at school, in 5 years, you will have consumed that much sugar just from that. And I can't ever remember the name of it till I look it up, but he goes through and shows how like kids really, they don't know how to cook. A lot of them don't know what vegetables are. Children don't eat at home. Families don't gather around the table anymore, you know, and it's this huge disconnect where food is a huge part of our culture, but it's also been a huge part of our evolution. And part of the reason why humans are a pack animal is because of the way that we gather around food. And so many traditions are gathered around food, but we've turned it into this big like glutton fest where we're just eating the most obnoxious shit and making it okay because we're trying to do the same thing it used to be, where we would gather around the fire and we would eat because we've been in famine, and we would be celebrating life and that kind of thing. And we've turned it into this just shit show of more addiction, man. And fucking, I don't want to be a part of it. I want to be as best as I can, dude. So
me too.
Had to go.
Yeah, I've had to cut out all kinds of stuff. And at nighttime, like you said, like that's when, like for eating for me, like it kicks off like at night. When I was before the 65, you know, it's like the biggest bowl I could find, and nobody talked to me because I'm eating. You get your hand bit, kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, like 3, 4, 5 bowls. All of a sudden, it's a box of cereal.
Oh yeah,
you know,
not just one
carton of ice cream. Smash it, no problem. 4, 5, 6 energy drinks a day.
I'm still there. I'm at least at 2, minimum 2 a day for sure.
Yeah. I was like $8 a day, and then, you know, when I finally quit the sugar this last time, I was sneaking 2 and 3 candy bars a day, but they were like the Cadbury, the big Cadbury ones, you know, and
wow.
like the $3 Swiss chocolate, like you know, it's like high top shelf. I'm not an American chocolate eater. I'm a top shelf European chocolate eater. So
that justifies it with your connoisseurship, right?
Yeah, connoisseur. Shit. You know, I couldn't look the world in the face because I knew it was something that I was hiding. And so honesty seems to cure all.
So you've discovered that like a sugar addiction gets you in the same state of and frame of mind as being an alcoholic.
Almost.
And it ruins your spiritual condition. Obviously, you don't get drunk, belligerent, and ruin relationships.
Yeah, I haven't burned my life to the ground because of it, but I do disconnect from my family. I spend time eating when I should be with them. I spend money I don't need to. So a lot of it really does parallel.
So I came across this video. I believe it was a video of you when nobody realized you were. Let me share it real quick. I don't think you realized you were being recorded, but it was you eating cake. Could you comment on?
Oh, 2 weeks ago. That was the last time I ate cake. I didn't know I was being recorded.
Oh, yeah.
See how much hair I had? That was the best part of it.
That's awesome. That's what it reminded me of when you said you eat the big chocolates. I could just see it all over your face. Nobody's watching you. You're just like in this your own world of addiction.
I hate myself. I hate myself.
That was from Matilda. Matilda, right? Yeah. That's cool, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know that I could give up sugar right now. When I think about addiction, where I'm at in my recovery, like the energy drinks, I don't really eat too much sugar as far as like you're talking about sneaking ice cream and candy and that kind of stuff. I eat a very small sugar amounts during the day, whatever's in bread, whatever's in other stuff.
Which is a lot.
I don't even.
Actually.
Yeah, like I don't eat fruit.
If you start tracking the actual sugar in your food, you'll be surprised. And then one of the things that you can do to really see what that's like is, you know, those little sugar packets, the little paper sugar packets at the coffee shop or whatever. That's a gram of sugar. And so if you look on any bottle that you're doing, most energy drinks now are like artificially sugar, but that's basically the same thing for me. But if you are drinking something with sugar or eating something with sugar, take those packets and dump them out into a fucking bowl and see how many grams 46 grams of sugar is, you know?
Whoa. So when my one piece of bread says it has 5 grams of sugar, I could take 5 of those packages and put it on top of that piece of bread, and that's basically what I'm eating.
Yeah.
No, shut it off.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got alarms going off over here. Wow, dude, you're gonna change my perspective with that little visual.
Because it's a ton, dude. It's really a lot.
Yeah, and I don't drink like in my coffee. I put Splenda in it, which I don't think is any better for you. But
as far as I go, it's not, because my it's just literally like switching from fucking beer to whiskey.
Yeah,
like one is the same for me.
Wow.
So Splenda. Swerve.
Geish's mind is blown now too. I think you just blew everybody's mind. Honey is better. Honey's good for you.
And honey is healthier for you, but again, that's like homebrew fucking alcohol for me.
It's like having a nice glass of wine, you're done.
Yeah. You know, and I'm not the arbiter of what sugar intake you have or what happens to me when I consume anything that turns into that type of glucose in my body. It spikes my insulin, but the way that it fucking reacts with me and my obsession. Honey will kickstart it. Syrup will kickstart it. Syrup's a huge one for me. Like, you know.
Did it affect like the way you slept and stuff, like the sugar?
Yeah, actually, I'm glad you brought that up, because I'm sleeping really good now. After about
instead of being tired laying there, but your heart's pounding.
Your gut's all full.
Yeah. No sugar tonight in my coffee. No sugar tonight in my tea, Geish says. Amazing.
You know, I really like what Les Brown always, you know, I've heard Les Brown say so many times. If you do what is easy, life is hard. But if you do what is hard, life becomes easy.
That's a fact.
And quitting sugar, it's hard, but it's a decision that I've made solidly, one day at a time. So today, I'm not going to eat any sugar. You know, I'm not going to cheat on it.
That's cool, bro. Dang, dude. So your wife's in on this. She knows that you're staying away from sugar. How does that?
Dude, my wife hasn't had a cookie in fucking like 5 years, 6 years. Yeah, she's a savage, man. My wife's insane.
That's cool.
So,
damn, bro. You want to read the just for today for us?
Yeah. Sure.
I can pull it up, or you can pull it up. Doesn't matter.
No, go ahead. I can't. I don't know how to pull it up on my computer.
If you can read it, I'm not sure if you'll be able to read it or not.
Yeah, page 173. Many of us cling to our fear, doubt, self-loathing, and hatred because there is a certain distorted security in familiar pain. It seems safer to embrace what we know than let go of it for the unknown. Basic text, page 34. We have often heard it said, when the pain of remaining the same becomes greater than the pain of change, we will change. Our fear can keep us from growing. Afraid to end relationships, change careers, attend new meetings, begin new friendships, or attempt anything out of the ordinary, we stay in situations that are no longer working far longer than we have to, simply because what is familiar feels safer than unknown. Any change involves overcoming fear. What if I'm alone forever? We might think, if we consider leaving our lover. What if I find out I'm incompetent? We may wonder when we complete changing careers. We may balk at attending new meetings because we will have to reach out. Our minds manufacture 100 excuses for remaining right where we are, afraid to try something new. We find that most of our pain comes not from change, but from resistance to change. In NA, we learn that change is how we move forward in our lives. New friends, new relationships, new interests, and challenge will replace the old with these new things in our lives. We find new joys and loves. Just for today, we'll release the old, embrace the new, and grow.
Hey, man. It's exactly what you were saying. Start since changed, and we start freaking getting pissed off at the whole world. It's like it's time to change.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter, dude. Like our lives are what we decide they are. You know, that's why I'm so proud of you. Like thinking about, like you did the fucking deal, bro. You said, I don't need this house. I don't need this fucking car. I don't need this boat. I don't need this RV. You know, life is like, none of this stuff means anything to me.
Me either.
That kid, that woman, that's what matters. And none of this shit makes me any happier. And you fucking did the impossible, you know, the 1%. And started this, dude. It's so fucking dope to watch this recovering addict thing come full circle, and that's what you're doing.
Yeah,
I'm stoked about it.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. So you kind of made a change like that too when you started your own company, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because to become a business, what year did you guys start, or did you start?
I got my license, I think 4 years ago now, but I worked when I did the Monarch. I was the superintendent for a company, and then I went up on a mountain. Fucking, I knew it was time to quit. Like my values didn't line up with the owner, and like I didn't like his style. Like when you're a better person than your boss, like it's not going to work out for the type of values that you may carry. If you're working for a person that you know is shady and shit, like it's not going to work out in your benefit. Eventually something's going to happen. They'll stab you in the back or whatever. You know it's going to end bad. But I did the same thing everybody else does. I'm just going to ride it out for a little while longer. And he ended up letting me go, and it was the best thing that happened, because at the time I didn't really have obviously didn't have the courage to do it myself. So that's an example of what we would call God doing for us what we can't do for ourselves. And I think that's what happens a lot of times with the resistance and the anger and like, you know, just fighting and resisting and all that shit is when we can't do it with love, and the best possible path for us is the one that we're afraid to take. a lot of times we're forced into that path, just like with recovery, right? Like we all knew that we needed to get sober long before we got sober. And for a lot of us, eventually we were forced into it by a power greater than ourselves because we couldn't do it on our own. And it turned out so much better than we could have ever imagined. Right?
Yeah.
Like this is what I was afraid of. I was afraid of this.
A better life?
Are you fucking
the actually easy path?
Yeah. And
it's so crazy. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, and so starting out my own company, I didn't know what I knew how to do was my job. But being a business owner, fucking nothing. I didn't know anything about taxes, payroll, fucking bids, any of that shit. And so we just jumped in with both feet and started working it out. And what ended up happening was creating a greater amount of faith that I'm really not alone in this thing. Like I am going to be taken care of. So it doesn't matter what I choose to do. If it's driven towards the best possible version of myself and making me and my family better, even if I make a mistake, it's the right thing to do. And I grow with that. And so it's been great. And I dare say I will never work for anybody. I'll always have my own company, whether it's this or something else. Even if I work with other people or for other people, I will still always have my own company.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. Heck yeah.
That's
scary though, to go out there and like, I don't think a lot of people understand like with the jump that you made, besides getting that clean and then making a life choice like that for your own happiness and serenity and peace and all that kind of stuff. But the risk that's involved with that, because all of a sudden now you're the only guy, there's no one above you. You say, I'll do this job for this much. And they say, go ahead, here you go. And you go in there and you completely take on all responsibility. If that thing completely fails, no matter what, if it's the economy, if it's a pandemic, it's your ass. Like, that's scary.
Yeah. Deadlifting heavy weight sometimes gets scary. Should I do this?
He signs his will before he gets under the bar at the gym because he's about to commit possible suicide with that much.
Should I do this or not? You're not lifting weight until you're scared.
Yep. True. Yeah. And I've been reading this book called 10X. I don't know if you've heard of it, by Grant Cardone. And he talks about putting 10 times more effort into everything we do. And he always talks about fear in those situations. When you're about to make those choices and those decisions to move forward in life and you're afraid, he goes, fear is actually an indicator you're going in the right direction.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and he goes, if you're afraid to get up in public, speak because you're about to tell your story, good. Shows you care. You're out to grow. Fear is an indicator you're moving in the right direction. That type of situation, you know.
For sure.
Heck yeah. Dude, that's freaking badass.
And the thing is, dude, is we're still wired primally, right?
Right.
And so our brain is 100% evolved for survival.
Mm-hmm.
So anything, we're fucking everybody is resistance to being uncomfortable. And the nature of the brain is to sit in a hole with as much food as possible and survive
and hide.
The least amount of danger. Yeah, the least amount of any of that stuff. Like just survive. The mind and the spirit is built and it's evolved to thrive, right? And so there's always that contradiction. And then for us alcoholics, we have a diseased mind where we're not right. And so we have a brain evolved to keep us alive, with a spirit that makes us want to thrive, with a mind that wants to kill us. And so it's like, fucking, you know, which one do we do? And that's why everything seems to like roll back around to spirituality, man. That's the highest of the trifecta. You know, we're a 3-part being, mind, body, and soul. And so all those things work together. But to create the highest version of ourselves, we have all 3 of those. But getting them in line, it's like herding cats. So it takes a ton of discipline, man. You know, we're going to come in and fall off and come in and fall off. But if we can get sober and stay sober for a while, that really does solidify, like, wow, I can stay sober. I didn't think I could. Wow, I can get up every morning. I didn't think I could. You know, wow, I can, you know, do this. I can, you know, and we start going up that spiritual plane of success where hopefully at the end of our lives, because we're going to get to the end of it, we can look back and go, I fucking crushed it.
Yep.
Good. I did
no regrets.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm proud of you, man. That's so cool. Sugar. That one scares me. Like even quitting vaping. I'm like, nah, not yet.
There's some new studies about vaping too, bro.
Horrible. Bad for you? Is it?
Yeah, my aunt's a nurse and she was telling me about the only two COVID patients that died in her hospital.
Yeah.
The only thing wrong with them was that they vaped.
No shit.
They got COVID while they vaped, but a lot of people got COVID while they vaped.
Yeah. It'll come. I know that it'll
eventually
get to that point.
It's all just something to take our mind off of how hard life is. Like Jordan Peterson says, you know, fucking life is a struggle. It's suffering. It's fucking get through it. We all suffer. That's all there is to it. Enjoy the suffering. It's the journey.
It is the journey. And that's what I try to, like, everything we're talking about, like the fear of change, the resistance to change. And once we would understand that actually working and being in that grind is the actually easy part and the more enjoyable part, we can communicate it all we want. We can motivate people through these little crazy quotes or little stuff. They can watch our lives and go, wow. But until somebody actually gets the hell up and does it and experiences for themselves, they will never understand. Like it'll just always be words. You have to jump. You got to jump off the bridge, jump off the cliff, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I wrote my sponsor this morning. I said, you outgrow the nest, man. And like eventually you have to jump or else you'll never fly. Like,
yep.
It starts getting really uncomfortable when the nest is too small for you.
Yep. Do you know how have you heard how eagles raise their kids in their nests? They start out with it all just perfectly down and just wonderful. And as the baby eagle gets older, they start removing all the soft stuff. And all of a sudden these sticks and spikes and stuff are poking out of the nest until the bird can't even get in it anymore. Until it has no choice but to jump.
That's fucking badass, right?
That's awesome. And that's life. Yeah. That's kind of our inner soul in a sense, you know, what it does to us. So what you're saying with that, all of a sudden you hate everything around you. You're making an ass out of yourself because you're pissed off about where you're at in life because you just won't jump and fly.
Yeah. The shitty thing is you don't really know that's what's going on unless you've done a lot of work.
Yep.
You know, it's like if we knew that that's what it was, then all this stuff would happen a lot faster. But at the same time, I think a lot of times our character isn't ready for the stuff that's coming our way. You know, if I had what I have today 5 years ago, I'd have probably ruined it because I wouldn't have known how to deal with it. And so the process is so organic and neat that there's really no reason for me to fear whatever it is, you know. There's really no reason for me to doubt the process anymore from seeing it.
Yeah, the process is preparing you for the next day of success and the further grandiose growth. I listen to Cant a lot. He's a YouTube guy. Dude's awesome. But he talks about our obscurity is preparing us for, you know, the bigger picture. He goes, right now, what would you do if you had 1 million subscribers? He goes, you wouldn't even know what to do.
How the fuck would you deal with that?
Yeah, exactly. He's like, all this stuff's preparing you as you grow. He goes, don't be trying to get that overnight. You wouldn't even know what to do with it if you got it.
Yeah, that's how we are with the podcast. You know, it's just like, what would we do if we had 26,000 listeners?
Yeah, all of a sudden you're like nervous and scared and like,
you know, I mean, we deal with it, and if we ever get there, we will deal with it because we started with none.
Yeah, you guys' podcast is clean, dude. Like the quality of your guys' podcast, but you know, and the content as well. But just the audio, I mean, this is like perfect. You guys have like high quality.
Thank you, Cameron. That's all Cameron and Jordan right there.
Yeah, those dudes are studs, man. I'm going down to St. George Thursday. and Friday to be on We Do Recover with Jared Miller.
Oh, okay. We had Jared on the show.
Yeah, he's a cool dude, man.
Yeah, he's all right, man.
I feel like I leveled
Good
up
for
being
him.
able to getting invited down there.
That's what's up. You know what I was thinking, dude? When I went camping, we should do a fucking, because Aubrey, her family has a some land or something up by Christmas Meadows,
Uh-huh.
and there's a sick fucking lake. It's like an 8-hour hike.
Whoa.
And it starts at the Christmas Meadow trailhead
Yeah.
called Lake Kermasu. And I was thinking we should do a pack, dude.
Let's do it.
Pack.
We've been talking about there's like a couple things we want to hit this summer, and until we can actually sit down and throw the date on the calendar, we'll just keep talking about it. But let's
make it happen.
do that. Let's make it happen. Exactly what I'm talking about. We want to hike to Ben Lomond. We want to do a few of these hard outdoor overnighters, or even if it's an overnighter, freaking whatever.
Yeah.
Let's make that a thing. Whatever day would be best. Like what? August? In August? Like, do you want to do it
probably
cool?
in August.
Yeah. When it's starting to cool off a little bit.
Okay.
Guy said, can I get a link to Willie's podcast? I've been meaning to check it out. Yeah, bro. I put it in the description once already. I'll drop it again really quick.
Thanks,
Man,
Geesh.
see. Dude, Geish is a stud. He is.
I
don't want to talk for him, but that's their YouTube link right there, bro. In the chat. He's come a long way, bro. Just same as us, struggling in and out of addiction. And now he's been doing we've been doing 30-day challenges inside our Discord app.
Mm-hmm.
He did the first one, boom, leveled up, growth, sees how life is just much better doing these types of challenges. And now I just love seeing people put into practice what I've been doing, and then watching their life manifest, growth and serenity and gratitude. And that's my favorite part, is watching somebody just succeed in recovery.
Yeah,
Welcome,
I actually hit up Julian yesterday. So,
oh, nice.
So for everybody that's listening, if you have a compelling story and you want to be on the show, check it out, see how we do it. Every episode we have somebody tell their story. That's what our podcast is about, your stories. And Cameron and I talk about how we relate to it, stories that we have that are familiar to it, try to bring it all together to show that, we're not different. We suffer the same. Recovery is possible.
Give everybody a sneak peek real quick. We'll just zip through one of your longer podcasts. This is Aubrey.
Oh, this one was good, dude.
Yeah.
She did a good job.
Kind of came up with a cool topic. What is it? Which is what? What I tell the younger me. What I would tell.
Oh, nice shirt, Cameron.
I think it's an interesting concept. What would I tell the younger? Yeah, what would you tell the younger you?
I told you before.
Oh,
Have more sex.
oh yeah.
And then fast forward it to where she's telling her
It's too
story,
late.
like around
He
probably like
also,
around 40 minutes or so.
in his life as well didn't
Yeah,
know
right there.
And then as I got further, I got into college and I started going to school, and I was doing well. I had great roommates and great friends. And as I started to
Oh, Aubrey's on here. Aubrey's the shit. She's got such a good.
not knowing,
She's awesome. Huh?
She's
You know
got
what I
such a good
I guess
podcast
let me back
voice.
up.
Radio voice.
She's a natural, dude.
She enunciates everything perfect. Like
Like, are you even from Utah?
her G's and like
Like,
she enunciates well.
Yeah. That's what Willie's podcast looks like, and that's our little shining star Aubrey on there with him on that particular one.
Yeah, we're proud of her.
Yeah, good stuff.
So,
Cool, bro. That's 44 minutes.
Yeah, I'm fucking. Everybody's waiting for me. Like, where you at? Recovery is more important to me than work.
Yeah.
Getting the message out. Like, if I didn't have recovery, I didn't have sobriety, I wouldn't have anything.
Well, you saw how easy it was to jump on here, right?
Yeah. Well,
Aubrey says, "Love y'all. Good stuff this morning." So what I'm saying by that is, if you're watching, you happen to be watching one of our live streams, say, hey bro, I got something to say, and I'll fling you that link and you can pop in, and you can do this anywhere you're at. You don't have to be at your desk. You can just be on your phone.
Okay.
What I'm saying is you're welcome to jump in our show anytime you want.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Good. We'll try to dial it back. I'm just excited today.
Yeah, me too.
Fucking didn't get to. You still got the 30-day challenge to go through. Fucking.
Oh yeah.
So.
We're gonna hit that 3-day challenge real quick. You want to see? You got to go. Okay.
Nah, I'm already. It's only 8:30. I'm the boss.
Yeah, you're the boss. I'm the boss.
What, are they gonna fire me?
But I love this kind of stuff, like coming on here, and I say it all the time, sure. But this like really propels my day into a positive momentum, just right out the gate. All right, screen share, stand by. I wasn't signed in.
You know, manifestation is a real thing, man. My biggest struggle is believing how big it can be.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna shrink it down just a hair. Hey, you know what else I was thinking? So I'll just show you a real quick sidebar, Willie. But right here, let's see, where is it? Oh, right there. So the Venture Forward. You see this tab right here that says the Venture Forward?
Mm-hmm.
This is my buddy who's out in Philadelphia, out in Boston. He has his own YouTube channel and stuff. And he drops his links in here. I was wondering if we make a Other Side of Hell podcast link inside our Discord, you say in here somewhere, that you could start sharing and dropping all your guys' stuff in there all day, every day, every new episode, all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah,
that would be cool.
Yeah, we're on the Sober app. I'm sure Cameron knows how to fucking drop that in there.
Yeah, let's do that.
And make it so that whenever we drop new content, it just drops in there.
Yeah. Yep, we can make it do that.
So
all right, where are we at? So Savage Freedom, she's killing it, dude. I don't know if you've seen her bike wreck the other day out at we went to Antelope and did like a 10-mile ride in the 95-degree heat, man. It was a tough one, but she wiped out pretty good. So you got her elbow pretty good. She's doing some exercising. There's all her stuff. I like the way she does little collages. Gallons of water. So cute.
Dude,
Geesh.
The fucking water. The water is the only reason I don't do a 75 hard.
Really?
I'm like, there's no fucking way I would drink a gallon of water a day.
Dude, it's life-changing.
Is it?
Yeah. It would probably make your sugar craving challenge easier.
Fuck,
water gives me energy now. If I get to a half a gallon in a day, I don't feel right. You can feel your body's just functions don't work as good when you're like hydrated as you're supposed to be. There's Geish doing his awesome journaling. Let's see. Radiant Minds. Have you heard of that? Oliver Sacks.
I have. Yeah.
Good stuff.
How is it?
There's where Geish lives.
I'm
Jen
listening
Ray.
to it.
I know. Water, working out. See, that's just the requirements right there. Some journaling, water, working out every single day. And it's funny, man. Life's changing. Lives are changing. Well, that's a nice way to start a day right there. Love it. Good job. 25 minutes walking. Little Miss Happiness. Very cool.
Nice.
At the gym. A little Planet Fitness action going on.
PF.
Yep.
Stay away from those bagels.
Tootsie Rolls, pizza day.
Yeah. I ate bagels every time I was there, man.
Did you really? I got to carb up.
Oh, dude. Einstein bagels for free? As many as you want? Shit. I'm listening to Outwitting the Devil right now by Napoleon Hill. So good.
I'll have to check it out.
I
just finished a book, so I'm on to a new one today called Crushing It by Gary Vee.
Okay. Well, Gary
He's-
Vee's good for you because you're into all that NFT and fucking
Yeah.
fake
Well,
money
he's-
shit.
He's
Yeah.
further than that. He's about marketing and like stuff that you guys could use for like the other side of hell stuff. And besides, his story is just phenomenal, dude. And he's
Dude's a
all about,
savage.
yeah, he's all about just grabbing life by the balls and just kicking
Yeah.
its ass.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's get out of here, brother.
Good job.
How do you
good
want to
job,
end this show?
everybody.
Yeah, sure. How do you want to end this? You want to pray? You want to just do our outro? This is your show right now, Willie.
Do I want to pray? No.
No, like you want to say the Serenity Prayer? Do you want to you want to chuck deuces? Like, what do you want to do? Outro is yours.
Yeah, I just. Well, I'll sign off with my see you on the other side. Remember, you are worth the work.
Hell yeah. Love you all.